We're going to try something new with Skypiea. I keep getting a lot of messages asking me if I can post more One Piece updates. I'm not going to change the pace at which I'm reading. This is a really long manga and I don't want to burn out. And if I read too much of one thing, that'll probably happen. So, what I'm going to try is during this arc, I'm going to post an update every time I finish one volume and then we'll reevaluate. If it feels like I don't really have anything to say or it's too much, then we'll switch things up. I know that this was written 20 years ago, but the parallels between real life in America and Skypiea are very evident right off the jump. The Straw Hats are basically forced to enter illegally without any knowledge or understanding of potential consequences. And not only are they then forced to face these consequences, but their situation is completely exploited. At one point, Sanji says, "We risked our lives to get to this country, and now you want us to pay you a fortune to stay here?" And the response to that is, "You'll only make things worse for yourselves if you resist." That sounds oddly familiar. And to make matters worse, they're weaponizing their citizens against these criminals, forcing them to turn them in or they forfeit their lives. We're seeing a lot of this kind of citizen policing happening in America right now, and I think we can all agree that it doesn't turn out very well. I will say, when I first met Conus and Pagaya, I went in on like high alert because I just heard Amazon say that the Straw Hats were entering illegally. So I thought that they were trying to trick them so they could turn them in immediately. But turns out that they were just really nice people trying to offer hospitality. And unfortunately, they're forced to do things that they don't want to do. I thought it was so cool learning about the technology and the infrastructure of the Sky Islands, like from cloud cutting to the dial power. It adds a whole new layer of world building to One Piece. And like, I want to ride a waiver. Speaking of the waiver, obviously that gets our girl Nami into some trouble. I am very curious to see who this Kami figure is because I have a feeling he's not actually a god or a deity, even though the people seem to really believe in him. And then we've got Ganfor the Sky Knight and his Pegasus. I love Greek mythology, so this was such a cool addition for me. My brother did tell me that in the anime he goes by Ganfall, but he's referred to as Ganfor in the manga, so we're gonna go with that. Right now, I'm theorizing that he was a previous either ruler or deity of Skypiea that has since been overturned by Kami and his minions. So I'm really excited to learn more about that. And I hope we've got some more sprinkles of Greek mythology. I'm also curious, we've learned there are other islands up in the sky, there's different layers. And I'm curious if we're going to stay here for the rest of the arc or if things will kind of resolve over the next volume or two and we'll island hop a little bit. I hope we get to see more. I think we will, but I guess we'll see. And before I forget, lovely catching up with Dalton and seeing him thriving as the king of Drum Island, or the Cherry Blossom Kingdom as they refer to it. Personally, I am loving seeing Wapol being miserable in the cover stories. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts on volume 26 were and if you agree with any of mine.